Hello, this is tmnt and welcome back to another preview video, and this is we're going to be looking at the tmnt, the Saturday Morning Adventures issue number 3. So this one's going to be somewhat interesting, as Casey, by the looks of things, is going to get powers, and who knows what's really going to happen. But yeah, let's actually look at the preview images. Okay, so we first start off with some thugs. I'm not too sure these are supposed to be part of the Pole Dragons. That's all like my little theory for this. I know that maybe they're not, but you never know. And we'll be comparing this image to the Batman the Animated Series opening, and you can definitely see why, because with the bank and all that. And yeah, there's not really too much to really say here. But Casey makes his entrance, and this guy wants to basically get a beating on him. So that's when we go into the next page, and Casey Jones is there, and one guy punches him, and he basically hurts his hand. So that's when Casey gets out a baseball bat, and that's when we get to see his electric powers, which is somewhat interesting, I would say. And that's more or less where we end this page off. So then we go into the third page, and that's when we get to see that bank robbers are tied up. And again, this is all like a little reference to the Batman the Animated Series opening, with the bad guys already locked up and the police officers are there. And people have even been saying that one of the police officers, the one on the right at the top of the panel, is somewhat related, or not related, but it's sort of like a reference to the police officer in the original tmnt movie, and I can see that. So going down, we've got April there, and she's asking about what's happened because she wants to get a story about it all. And that's when the police officer basically gives her a bad tone and says that basically the power went out, don't really know too much about it all, and he missed a game, or football game I think it is, and he's going to be running a complaint to them. And April has all brought up the fact that there's been a vigilante scene at all these cases, which is a reference to Casey Jones. So who knows what could really be going down in this issue, because it's Casey and this version of Casey, to say the very least. So yeah, then we go into the next scene where we get April quite angry about how bad or about how mistreated she was with the police officer, and that's when she's talking to the Turtles, and they're joking about it all because, I mean, this is not too much of a serious matter really. So that's when she asks Donatello if she's made, or no, oh god, not if she's made a story. She asked Donnie if he's made a invention to basically come up and basically attack all the vigilante and stop all crime, and stop all the people or criminals and all that. But Donnie explains to April that even though he creates inventions, he's never really used any to actually stop crime. The only thing which he used to stop crime is ninja skills. And yeah, so going into the final page, we do have Donnie basically coming up with a way to actually find out more information about this crime wave, and he does actually come up with some information about it, and decides to give it to April. And this is when Raph comes up with a really good idea, a good idea, and basically says that basically, even though you're given this thing, anything could be there, so there could be all kinds of dangers. But Leo and Mikey basically reassures Raph, saying that, oh yeah, even though she might be in danger, she can handle herself and will be there. And that's more or less where this 5-page preview ends. And so far, I must admit, I'm interested to see what happens, but at the same time, with what they have shown so far, it's not really intriguing me too much in terms of what could be happening with Casey or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to seeing what does happen. So I guess it's going to be a wait and see type situation. But yeah, okay, so going into the next bit, which we've got the description for this issue, as well as some comic covers. Okay, so the first thing is the description. So the description for this one goes as follows. Casey Jones may not be souped up with mutant ooze, but even without ninja skills and hard shell, he holds his own as a hero. So imagine everyone's surprise when stopping a burglary at top tech secret R&D lab leaves Casey embedded with superpowers. Emboldened by his new gift, Casey takes on NYC's criminal elements to great effect. The problem is how his new powers are wreaking havoc on the city's power grid. Can the tmnt talk Casey into giving up his powers, or will they have to take them by force? Find out in this next electrifying episode of the tmnt Saturday Morning Adventures. Super Casey. So yeah, the whole description for this issue does sound rather interesting, with Casey getting powers and the Turtles having to fighting maybe, but at the same time it's this version of the Turtles, so I don't know, not really looking forward to too much. And the story sounds very basic in a way, and not to mention it is this version of Casey, so you know, I can't really say much more than that. Okay, so looking at the covers, we've got the cover A, which is done by Tim Lutty, and just Casey with the powers and showing them everywhere, with the Turtles having, like, you can see a build their skeleton, which may be like a little reference to the tmnt games when they get electrocuted, and we see the electric or the skeleton versions of them. So there may be a little bit of reference. We got cover B, which is done by Robert Genex. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. Hopefully. This one does look really cool. We've got Casey and just electric coming out. It's all similar to the first cover, but you know, it's slightly different. And yeah, there's not really too much I can really say here. This one does look really cool. The artwork does look interesting, I'd say. It's hard to really say because yeah, I'm not too sure what to really make of this one. But yeah, we do have the cover C, which is done by Sarah Meyer. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. And this one looks amazing. We just got the Turtles hanging out the Channel 6 van, which you know, that's always interesting. Fighting the Foot Clan. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to really make of this one, because this one looks amazing. It gives me the vibes of that time they remastered Turtles in Time and they made it 3D. It's giving me that kind of vibes from it, and I'm loving it. Yeah, it's really interesting. I must admit, I'm actually loving this cover. This cover is somewhat yeah, it's somewhat converting me to go towards this cover to buy it. Oh god, yeah, no, I must admit, I do love this one. Seeing it for the first time, yeah, it's amazing. Now we've got the cover RI, which is the 110 variant, done by Steve Murphy. And as much as I think this one is cool, and this one does look more the 80s style, more than the actual comic itself, which I was going after Krang maybe, I'm not too sure, because it looks like they are, but at the same time it looks like going in the wrong direction. I'm not too sure how I feel about this one. This one looks amazing as always, but at the same time it doesn't look like it's going to have anything to do with the actual story. So yeah, but other than that, this one does look really amazing, and I do like how this one does lean more into the 80s cartoon style more than the actual comic, which is just somewhat hilarious, I would say. But yeah, the last thing I know, which I would like to point out, is that on the Toll blog, we do have Sarah Meyer actually commenting on this post, which I must admit is quite cool to see, like the artists like interacting with people. Also do find that really cool when they do interact with everyone. But yeah, this is going to be the main cover which I'm going to be picking up. I'm quite interested to hear what I say about this comic in the comment section below. Are you looking forward to this one? Are you not? Are you going to be picking up this one? And if you do, what cover will we be picking up? For me, most likely I'm going to be picking up cover A. But I must admit, this cover C one by Sarah Meyer, oh god, that is very tempting. But yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do listen, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.